everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is day 4 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, round 11. So today's amazing sketch was created by Janet Fritz, who is Galaxy Girl Creations here on YouTube, and this is a super fun one. I love these triangles. I do love me some triangles. And these are actually triangles that I think I can make. So that is a huge bonus. And then I love that it is multi-photo. So I am going to do multi-photo as well. But I am going to do 3 different-ish sizes. You can see in the sketch, it's mainly one size, I would say. Whereas my photos are a little different. So these are photos of a dodgeball tournament that was at the high school that my son was part of. Now, when I showed up to watch, I realized maybe really wasn't for parents to come watch, but that's okay. We went anyway, and it was super funny. They all had to create like teams, and they even had like their manager that wore Lucas's suit, and they had like one of their friends was like the camera guy, so they had built like the old-fashioned like video cameras out of like boxes, like super creative for a dodgeball tournament. So I was super excited to just kind of go and watch. They also apparently have nicknames for each other, and Lucas's poor nickname is Puke. Now, funny enough, this comes from his girlfriend's family, and Lucas has never puked around them. But Puke and Luke kind of rhyme, so I kind of think that's how that all panned out. I'm not exactly sure. I probably should get the story on that at some point, since her little brothers do call Lucas that. So there is that. So I trimmed down my photos so that they would fit in the line. Now I am trimming down the papers. So I am using papers from my How to Kill a Kit with Style for this month. And they are, I think all the ones that I am using are Simple Stories. I'm pretty sure. So you can tell that in the sketch, the bottom bigger triangle was supposed to be more of a pattern, whereas the upper was a little more solid. So that's kind of what I did. I didn't go with a white background. I don't do a ton of white backgrounds. I have an addiction to pattern paper, so I do tend to mostly, I would say, use pattern paper backgrounds. I have my fair share of white backgrounds and even a couple black ones, but for the most part, I do love me a pattern paper background. So I'm going with this kind of khaki craft corkboard looking one. And then for my pattern paper, I went with these fun cameras. I took the pictures. They're cameras, right? And then I did kind of I guess it almost looks like graph paper in teal, which I thought, that's kind of perfect for some school-ish photos. So you can kind of see how I am going to put my photos there, but I am thinking that they need to be matted. Now, I am having a really hard time with using this kit, and I think it is because of the cut aparts. Like, I feel like when there is a cut apart, I feel like I need to cut it apart, even though I know I'm probably just going to use the B side. But then I'm like, oh, what do I do? Like there's this like whole internal struggle with papers that have a cut apart on the backside of a nice B-side, right? So I do find this scrap of this kind of lime green polka dot. So I'm going to mat the two bottom ones in that. And then I'm going to decide to pull in some black. So I do have black on this layout with these cameras anyway. So I'm going to opt for that, even though I try and look, okay, do I want to do this one? Do I want to do this one? Ultimately, I settle on black, and I like that a lot better. So I'm going to mat my middle photo in black, and then I feel like the two smaller photos would benefit from being in black as well. So that is what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and mat all three of them. And I was trying to put the photos in order, but they're really not. Like there's no reason why I did, which one where, except for I tried to place the photos where I can tuck the quote unquote white space of the photo underneath the big one. So I wasn't leaving anything out, but the photos were still so big. I wanted a little space on the top and bottom like this sketch. So I did do those two little strips over to the right in the same pattern paper that you see on the sketch. And I will pop up my center photo to give it just a little more oomph. That makes me want to sing, but I'm not going to do that for you. And then I am going to work on some embellishing. So most of my finagling has definitely been with the papers and figuring out where I want everything to go, which is so funny because I shouldn't have had to think that much, because if you look at the sketch and you look at my layout, you can very well see that, yes, this layout came from that sketch. So she has three kind of areas of embellishment. I don't quite go with that. I am going to do a huge title on that quote unquote white space that you see there. And it's going to say awesome today. And then I am going to add, it's kind of like a banner. It's like a string with those polka dots right there. So I'm thinking on the bottom, which it looks fine. But ultimately it's going to go up at the top. And that camera is ginormous. I will have to try and figure out a way to use that. So I like this little clipboard because they had a little manager with clipboard. It says I'm all in. It does have all of these tiny word stickers stuck to it. They're not going to go there. I just put them on there to kind of hold their sticky, basically. And then I do feel like I need just a little spot for journaling. So I'm going to go with this tag down at the bottom. And then I'm going to take all of these word stickers and put them different places. So the one up at the top says let's go, which is perfect for a game. Then there's another one that's going to say capture and go see do and just right. So I think those are the sticker ones. And then I did add that number 1 tag there. So that is up there at the top. And then, so these tiny word stickers, I'm going to kind of cascade down underneath the title. So there are some stickers and some chipboard. So it says, so the whole title says, awesome today. Go see do, capture just right this memory. Doesn't really make sense. It's fine. I actually have capture and captured on there. So, it is what it is. I'm going to add this little circular heart in chipboard, and I'm going to find another chipboard one and a sticker. I'm going to put those on there. And then for my, to cover my tag holes, there's some puffy circles that are on like the title page. And I think that's going to do it. So this is my layout for day 4. Make sure that you give Janet some love. I'm going to have her YouTube channel linked down below, as well as the playlist, so you can check out what everybody is making today. I do have a couple of close-ups for you. That way you can see all the fun little things that I have added. And if you have any questions, please leave them down below, or you just want to chat, or you want to explain why my kid is puke. Okay, remember to wear your crown. Bye.